Computer like you're that you're like you're not on a talk show. What?
I can't even see you guys. Hold on, I have Skype pulled up. I see you guys now.
Motherfucker. Come on now. All
Amateur
right.
hour.
Yeah, it is amateur hour.
You would think we weren't doing this for almost a
back?
year.
You just duplicated.
I just fucking duplicated it, man. It was too wide. I had to get the word Twitch in there, but there wasn't enough tits to fucking to go for the whole thing.
There's never enough tits for Kris.
Yeah. So that brings us to what we're gonna talk about this week. We're talking about tits and Twitch because you're on Twitch, and behind us are fucking tits, except for Bangs, which I'm not Bangs, but Vinny, who doesn't know how to fucking pick a background that has something to do with tits.
Yeah, but that's a webcam model. She gets $2,000 a month to webcam in front of people with her fat ass.
Yeah, she does that.
Also, while we were waiting for your dumbass to wake up, we were watching this chick in boy shorts who like is super fit, and she just draws pictures so her back's to the camera and her ass is hanging out. So it's fitting.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'd like to apologize to the audience because
Fuck the audience. Apologize to me.
I fucking apologized to you already twice.
I was on time, bitches.
I am so sorry, guys. I just woke up
Drinking
late.
Everything, just like a Friday night.
Yeah, and now
I'm ready for the show. I arrived ready for the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Well, kind of, other than my settings. Even though I'm not hosting the channel anymore, I still fuck up my audio.
You're hosting it, but you're not.
I'm hosting it, but I'm no longer in control because I fucking bailed out because I had close to a mental breakdown, and I still fucking fuck up the audio for the show somehow.
Yeah, so Kris is in charge, so it's gonna be a bigger train wreck than normal.
Yeah, doesn't it look better already? I mean,
You know what? I didn't think about this, but now that Kris is in control, he can just mute us when we're talking about his.
You can't fucking hear. See, think you can't hear him, can you? I fucking muted him. Okay, go ahead. Say whatever you're gonna say that you did say after I before I muted.
Well, rip the podcast version of this show.
I said big black cocks in my ass.
Oh no, I said that. I'm the one who said that.
You want to say it again? Because my
He needs a new copy of the file.
yeah, it's a little loud actually.
Oh, okay,
so-
okay. Let's redo this. Get in the zone. Big black cocks up my ass.
No.
Big black
Terrible
cocks
read.
up my ass.
Terrible read.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
is your background Lucid Fox?
No, that's fucked up.
That's hilarious. See, look, tits.
That's not even what Fox looks like.
I know, but I could see the resemblance. It's a band called Aphex Twin, and their album Window Liquor. If you want to go check that out, if you want to go fap to that. So
Is that a streamer's T-shirt you're wearing, Kris?
No, it's a band I was in.
Oh.
The band is called From Dogs to Wolves. Arr!
That's worse than a Flock of Seagulls cover band.
Oh,
I didn't know that was possible.
Motherfucker. So we're talking about Booby streamers and the and what they do, and it's I don't know. What are we talking
God, you're
about?
a terrible host.
I am a terrible
Jesus
host.
Christ.
We're just talking about. Okay.
So
Yes.
Let's give some behind the scenes. Okay, so before we go live with every show, we're all jumping in Discord and we're getting everything fired up and getting everything sort of synced in, which we have to redo every single time because OBS and Twitch are pieces of shit, right? And inevitably we get on the subject of what's going on in the talk show channel. And since the IRL channel went live, that's now led us to looking at the IRL channel because all of those streamers used to be on a talk show. And now the talk show channel is like a fraction, a 10% of what it used to be. And so we get on the subject of all these booby streamers and how they've got, hundreds of viewers and hundreds of subscribers and how they're literally not doing anything. That's your show, Kris.
Let's call it like it is. Like me and you are trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with the settings, and over here Kris going is, oh my god.
That's true. That's
and all of a
true.
sudden he's posting
look
links
at those tits.
Yeah, look at those.
Okay.
Jesus
A little
Christ. That's all you
backstory. Like after after the show, we just kind of sit around and look at our computers and say, you know, 2 words to each other every 2 minutes. And, you know, well, after last show, Vinny was like fucking with this stuff.
Chris, your fucking internet sucks.
Why?
This stream is borked. Am I the only one getting a borked stream?
I don't know. Let me look at the stream.
Stop stealing your neighbor's internet and get an actual connection.
I'm looking at a Booby streamer right now. Let me.
So you're Skyping, streaming, and watching another streamer at the same time? No wonder it's not.
That shouldn't be an issue. All right. Am I dropping frames? No. I'm not dropping frames. I'm using 35% of my 50% of my CPU. Wow. Let me go to the channel and see what it looks like. Audience.
You don't even have the channel pulled up.
Why do I need the channel pulled up? I'm fucking.
You don't monitor your feed?
Kind of. I mean, I look at OBS.
OBS is running live native on your system. It's not the feed that's going out to the people. We do this show for them, the people.
No, we don't. We do it for us. Hold on, it's loading.
Follow me on Twitch, please. I'm streaming again. Just Bangs. Thank you to my new subs.
What?
Well,
it looks
like
fine to me.
Bloody Mary now.
No, it looks fucking fine to me.
Looks like I'll be taking over duties again next week.
Oh,
this
that's
experiment
me.
failed.
That's my webcam that's doing. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's my video encoding. I don't know.
Yeah, ever since you closed that shit, it's working again.
Oh, okay. Let's close the video and let's close. Oh god, but I'm looking at this Booby streamer and she's dancing around.
Yeah, this is why we're doing this show, because Chris is somehow worse than Vinny with like tits and ass distracting him
What does that
from
mean?
the task at hand.
Okay.
I mean, on my end, the stream
Little
looks
buggy,
choppy as
seems.
fuck.
Yeah, okay, good. So it's not just me.
All right, let's close some programs. It says couldn't save, something went wrong. Okay, that's fine. Close.
I'm spamming my emotes in Vinny's chat. That's what I'm gonna do now.
Okay, there's that. Okay.
Chris had Cox right there. You know what? Maybe we should just fire Chris and get Stacy on the show.
Yeah, my internet is just a bunch of penises lined together from my house to the internet company.
We could probably use a little female persuasion.
You probably have to refresh your browser, Stacy. I had to update the emote name.
Yeah, mine should be fine. I mean, it should be fine now. The fucking stream. Oh, what happened? Something froze.
Chris is talking and Vinny and I are just frozen in these like terrible looks of pain.
Oh, so I found out that's what happens when you minimize the Skype call. It's
Like,
the video stops.
What the fuck are we doing here?
The video stops. Okay. Anyway, so what's the problem? What's the problem with booby streamers? Why are we talking about booby streamers? There must be.
My problem is your one-track mind when you see like an inch of cleavage. That's my problem.
Yeah, but I think we're talking about Twitch as a whole and the audience and their attraction to streamers who see, someone would want to say, oh, streamers that have talent and then streamers that have tits.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you can have tits and talent. And
Right.
I don't even care if that is your talent. I mean, that's, you know, we have hundreds of years of women making a living off of their physicality. I have no problem with that. But I take annoyance and I take umbrage, if you will, with the number of, let me phrase that, with the amount of attention that they get for just sitting in a chair, you know, in a low-cut top and not just sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
Interacting with chat.
Guys!
They're interacting with chat.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the attention.
That's perfect.
I mean, and then you just read the chat and it's blowing up with a combination of please pay attention to me. I want to fuck your brains out. You know, fuck darkies, build the wall, and you know, hail Hitler. Like that's all their chats are.
Fuck darkies.
That's their community, you know, and they're making fucking bank off it. And that's where I don't mind them. I don't mind them leveraging their position and their opportunity and all that. That's good on them. But it kills me that there's that many people who will spend time and money for I don't even know what, for whatever that is. Vinny pointed out one to me this morning where I'll forget the numbers now, but it was like $5 to do a dance and $300
it was I'm sorry, but it was yeah, it was like $10 dance. It was $50. She did
A squat or something.
no, yeah, it was like $10 for like a squat, $50 for a dance, and for $300 she'll play a game. This
Yeah.
is fucking
On
Twitch.
fucking
Game?
Twitch.
Oh, an
She
actual
will play
game?
a game for $300, and she had like
And it-
1,000 people watching her.
And it's probably fucking solitaire. Well,
It was
no,
all
real
tits.
gamers play solitaire. It was probably going to be
She was
Minesweeper.
she was all tits, like it, which is great. You know, it was just all tits. My thing is like I'm half of it's just angry that as male streamers we put a lot of effort and time in our stream. We're always tweaking shit because you know they don't know any of this computer stuff. They have someone doing it for them.
Wow.
And we put all this time and energy into it just to try to build a brand, a community, whatever you want to call it. And they just show up be hot. And part of me is just jealous that they can fucking do that. Like, don't
No,
get me
it's
wrong.
definitely jealousy.
If I was a female, not even a hot female, if I was just a female, period, I'd be fucking all over the internet. I'd be a webcam
yeah.
girl easily. Now, the
But that's
hotter
the
you
thing,
are,
why
the
not
less
go
you have
all
to
the
do.
way? Why not?
That's
go
what
all
it
the-
is.
Why are they just on Twitter? I mean, well, let me phrase that. In 2017, why are you watching a chick in a tank top
Yeah.
for hours on end and giving them hundreds of dollars? I mean, you read stories on like Kotaku and stuff all the time where this streamer was getting, you know, $1,000 a month from one person, sometimes more, who was trying to like, you know, get in with them or whatever. Like that's ever going to happen. I mean, you could. You know how many? I mean, you could on like Backpage, you could get so much ass for $1,000. Why would you waste it to
Like,
get your name on the board?
There's
We write your name on the whiteboard.
there's a girl right now. I don't know if she's on right now, but she was on just in boy shorts and a tank top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
She was.
I was
fit,
just-
though.
I was just
mean,
watching
that
that.
She was
girl works
hot.
out in the gym.
I'm not. These women are
She's
hot as
fucking
shit,
hot.
and a lot of them probably want to be inspiring model, actress, and they might be webcam girls on the side. This might be like, oh,
True.
I'm on my period. I don't feel like fucking showing my pussy. Let me just be on Twitch. I don't know. And then they're probably
Hot
taking
pussy.
advantage of those young. Let's be honest. This is Twitch. There's normal guys, but there is a big population of fucking nerds
Yeah.
who might find it weird to watch like naked
Now,
women. Or
don't be
something
too
like
mean.
that.
That's Chris's entire subscriber base.
That's Chris's entire life. But you know,
I wish you had kept your bedhead, Chris. I'm really disappointed.
I
you didn't
know.
rock with that. It was
yeah,
pretty big.
when Chris popped his webcam on, it looked like he was just doing coke all goddamn
It
night.
did.
Like he looked fucked up.
It really did.
Fair.
It
I
was
might
pretty
have to
good,
go
man.
back and pull the VOD and screen capture that
Yeah.
shit. Oh no, because you did it before we went live.
I did it before we went live. I think
Yeah,
I think I did a recording though. I wonder what the recording looks like because the recording
Well,
looks.
don't
like
check
my
it
hair.
right now.
Yeah,
You'll
don't
I'm
check
checking it
our
right now.
streams.
Right
No,
fucking
don't do
now.
it. Rip stream.
Rip stream. Okay, I did it.
If my audio's fixed, I'm taking control back next week. This was a mistake.
No.
Well, your audio's a lot better now that you reset your Adobe.
Yeah, you don't know how to use a fucking noise gate.
I don't know how to use a noise gate. Fuck you.
I know. I can't believe you're criticizing. Chris, like, oh, hold on, titties.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's get
Okay,
back
so
on. Let's get back on.
My
on
thing
subject.
is, if I was a woman, I'm not even hot. I would be a webcam girl, like I said. But the hotter you are, the less you have to do. Like, if I looked like me and was a woman, yeah, I'd have to shove the craziest shit in my pussy to look like.
You could do one of those eating streams. You could just be, stuffing
Yeah.
your face.
Oh, that's true too. I mean, I'd have to sit on a goddamn parking cone to make the money that just being hot with a tank top on.
Okay, so if a girl shows up
Fucking cone.
and she's
God.
streaming
That's an image.
and she's doing her thing, now that's what are you're gonna tell me that this chick doesn't have any talent?
No. Here's the thing.
No.
Here's the line. If you are, I don't care, gender irrelevant. If you're playing a game or you're creating actual content, like we're doing this talk show, okay? We're not
Sure.
playing a game, but we're creating content. If you're creating some sort of original content, I don't give a flying fuck about the rest. If you want to wear the clothing, to me is not the issue. The boobies are not the issue. The ass is not the issue. It's the content that they're creating. So when you're just spending your entire time, as Vinny said one time, sucking off a bunch of dudes for attention, and not creating anything, and then being rewarded for it, I guess to me it reinforces that hard work does not get you anywhere. You know, the American dream doesn't get you anywhere. You have to be born on third base to make it. You know, so these chicks that are born hot and they're getting all the rewards for it, as opposed to, I know plenty of female streamers who work their ass off building their community and building their brand, and they're attractive, but they're trying to build, you know, a traditional Twitch community. They're working their asses off for it, and they're not getting the rewards that these other chicks are getting for doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to make this a male versus female streamer thing.
No, not at all.
And it's not, I don't want to lump all the hot titty streamers in there, because some are, you know, they're taking advantage of the, but like Bank said, they're creating content where, like, maybe they're drawing, maybe they're designing maybe, you know, they're doing something.
There's that chick, K Price, what's her name?
I'm not sure.
K Pike is her name, okay? And she wears like bikini bottoms and this like tube top halter top, and she does body painting. So she paints herself to look like, but it's cosplay. So she does like superheroes and shit and sci-fi stuff. And so her whole stream is just her painting herself in a mirror. And so it's kind of booby streamer, but she's super talented. She's very nice. I mean, nobody has a bad thing to say about her. But at the stream is like 8 hours long, and that's basically the whole thing. She starts with her blank canvas, and she ends with this painting. She takes pictures, and she sells the pictures, and she does all of those things. And she has the board where she writes the name, and she makes balloon animals when she gets a sub. You know, they're like little simple balloon dogs. So she does like all of the trappings of a booby streamer, but she's creating content. And that's the line in the sand.
Well, hold on a second. See, what's the difference between me sitting here with my webcam playing Overwatch for people, and then some girl not playing a video game but talking to their audience? I'm talking to my audience, and the chick's talking with their audience. I mean, it's like her boobs are the video game.
Well, but no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she's creating content. She's doing something right. If you're just sitting there and you are communicating with your audience, that's fine. You're creating content. You're basically just a live chat room. But if you're just sitting there, Lady Stacy posted an old video of Vinny when he was pretending to be a booby streamer in Discord the other day, and that's what I'm talking about. It's just the hi guys. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the attention. Oh, I love you so much. You guys are, who's the big D of the day?
But that just sounds,
you got the big D.
That sounds exactly like my stream.
Okay, well, you're a shitty booby streamer. Is that what you want me to tell you, Chris? Is that where you're going with this?
We never said you were a good streamer.
But no,
but no one criticizes me when they would criticize the
you're not getting
stream.
hundreds of dollars for doing nothing, basically.
What if I was?
But again, but here's the thing. Again, Chris, here's the line in the sand. And you're playing the game. Twitch is supposed to be a game streaming network, right? That's the base of it. It's split off from Justin TV because Justin TV went from being the games channel to fucking around live streaming. So then they split off into Twitch, and it was just supposed to be games, and then they're branching back out and all that other shit. Yeah. So again, if you take the same chick. You take the same chick in the same low-cut top, blah, 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 and she's playing Overwatch at some sort of, competent level. End of argument. There's nothing I can say about that.
That's perfectly fine. You may be a shitty streamer, but at least you're playing a game. Like, all these girls are doing are just, they're too afraid to show their tits. Or maybe they're strippers and just don't feel like showing their tits. But it's basically taking advantage of nerdy guys and being lazy about going on the web on like a chatter bait and having to show your tits and your pussy and actually do things.
Are they really being lazy? Are they?
Well, I can't believe Chris is defending them. Chris is like he's white knighting these chicks because he likes looking at their tits.
He's their demographic. That is what they're looking for. They're looking for the Chris's of the world.
The sympathizers, the booby sympathizers.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. At a man-based level, I love looking at tits. Like I enjoy it. Like but I'm not gonna go.
Of course.
I'm not. The people that are in the chat are more pathetic than the streamer because they're like, oh, I love you. Sure. Oh, you're 100%. So hot. Like I would never talk. I'm on Chatterbait a lot, fucking jerking my cock off, but I am not there typing. I'm like, oh yeah, shove that fucking dick up your pussy. I'm not.
Why not?
I'm not that guy.
Why fucking not?
Because that's pathetic. Don't donate fucking tokens to these women.
Hold on. It seems like there's a bit of you're not into the IRL, not doing anything but streaming type of situation.
No, it's just like it's the same argument with Mario Maker. IRL has a lot of potential, but it's not delivering because everybody in that. It's the same thing with the way talk show used to be. The talk show channel has a ton of potential, but for a long time it wasn't delivering because everyone was buried beneath bullshit booby streamers. The IRL channel, I was scanning through it, and there was some chick was doing a tour of some, I don't know, Barcelona or something. She was on vacation, so she was doing a live stream of herself going through Barcelona and experiencing it for the first time. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's a cool idea. I dig that. And she was good looking, and it's summer, so she was half dressed because that's how it goes. Like, but the focus was the content. Everything else is window dressing. You know what I mean? That's to me. That's what IRL, the potential of IRL is.
What about? Let me frame it this way, and I don't know if there's any actual connection, but like when people in the fashion industry, they're showing off their swim, like the big swimsuit, fucking Sports Illustrated or whatever. Mm-hmm. Some people will say, "Oh, that's just tits parading around," and some people will say, "Well, there's a real art to fashion."
I mean, those aren't mutually exclusive. It's both true.
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated puts out the swimsuit issue because it pays for the other 51 issues they do. Is this still a weekly magazine? I don't even know.
Who cares?
But the Sports Illustrated issue subsidizes the rest of the year. Or sorry, the swimsuit issue subsidizes the rest of the year. That's been known for decades.
Okay.
They put out that issue, and it sells so much that the fact that most other issues take a loss doesn't matter. So, yeah, they absolutely are leveraging bikinis, but again, it goes back to the fact that it's 2017. I mean, you look at Playboy, they were losing subscribers for decades because of the internet. Yeah. They went to a Maxim format that lasted a year, and now they're going back to the traditional Playboy format because it's like, who reads fucking Maxim? It's 2017.
Who fucking reads
I used to.
magazine?
I used to read Maxim.
Maxim when it first came out was a good magazine, but then it went to dude bro culture and
well, yeah, like I used to get every month, and I used to skip right over the center, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't care.
Reddit just for the articles.
Well, no, I actually did.
But it did when it first launched. It had good articles. Same with Playboy though. Playboy
a couple years ago, a couple years ago, I ended my Maxim subscription because I just got tired. It became mostly it was 3/4 advertisements.
Right.
It's fucking terrible. But no, I'm not saying like a lot of this. Maybe not a lot of it, but there's definitely a part of it that I'm man enough to admit that's just pure jealousy. That I'm a good-looking person. I'm not a good-looking person where I can just sit there and fucking think. But like
you're right.
I'm
you're
100% with bangs, with the creating content. Like it doesn't matter if you're hot and just showing your tits, whatever. It's the ones that just sit there and just are fucking half retards. They know they're hot. They're just playing it up. They're not going to do anything with their lives except find a guy makes good money and fucking
and they got down. 5 years to pull that off because then they're not going to be
and they're going to be dumb their whole life. They're dumb their whole life because they don't try it hard at school because everything comes easy for them. Wow. That's just life. It's true though, but that's just life. I'm not talking just Twitch. That's just that's life. That's how life works. And that's just the way it is.
Chris is looking at the IRL channel right now.
No, I'm not.
At the thumbnails, I can see it in his eyes.
You can see the reflection in my eyeballs.
He's fucking looking. He's like, oh, look at those titties.
Yeah.
That's what talking to Chris pre-show is like. It's like, oh my god.
It's post-show. Post-show.
And what's really funny is he gets a weird accent when he says tits. It's the funniest thing. It's like. I can't even recreate it. It's weird.
I may be known as
with an affectation.
I may be known as the on-stream vulgar fucking pervert.
Yeah.
Chris is the real life vulgar.
The actual pervert.
I'm a fucking creeper.
Pervert.
I'm a creeper.
You think I might be creepy on stream? Off stream, he's not broadcasting to anyone, and he's just as creepy.
Vinny does it for the likes.
Yeah, I may die
for his own entertainment.
I'm harmless.
Like
I promise.
It's like wrestling. I dial up my persona for streaming. Chris is he dials down.
He's an alley fighter.
Yeah.
Vinny fights in the ring. Chris fights in the alley.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
I don't want this to sound like just a bitch fest.
It is. It's okay.
No, I know it's a bitch fest, but Twitch is a beautiful platform.
Yeah.
And it sucks like that. Like Bang said, in real life has great potential. Like when you do the new mobile streaming that they updated, where I can do mobile, it streams instantly to IRL, and there's a lot of potential there. But it just sucks that the top 5 lines are, sprinkled with women doing nothing.
And since we don't want to make it a bitch fest, at least about women, YouTube isn't any better because you have all of these like dude bros who are like, oh, totally cool pranksters, bro. It's just a joke, man. Why don't you just chill out, and they've got millions of subs and they're getting contracts from Disney. And I watch some people on YouTube, and it's like every 4th video is like, I want to give a shout out to insert major company who sent me this super dope package and all this cool stuff for free,
Sell
man.
out, yeah.
It's like, I don't even mind that you're selling out. I like, hey, sell out, like get paid. That's not the problem, but they're not doing anything. They're just being like this. They're being this television idea, and it goes. I mean, I can't believe this idea. It's like the Zach Morris idea of what being cool and in high school was about. Zach Morris was a character on Saved by the Bell. Chris, it was a little after your time, but everyone else knows what I'm talking about because
I know what you're talking about. I watched that show.
No, fuck you. You don't know any pop culture whatsoever. We've established.
I know that show. God damn it.
But it's like this manifestation of what that stereotype of a cool person is, and everybody wants to glob onto it. They want to be associated with this cool guy. And he blows up and he gets all these subs and he gets all this ad revenue, and then he's bitching because YouTube changed the algorithm, like, oh, your channel's not friendly for advertisers anymore because you're a piece of shit. And then he's bitching because he's losing money, and then everyone attacks Google for blah 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 blah. So it's a huge circle jerk. With gender is not the issue, content is the issue.
So would you say,
Oh, if I was a hot guy, I would do the same thing. Like not on Twitch because the demographics not there, but like I would be on Chatter too. I mean, I'm thinking about doing Chatterbait now. I have no qualms about like you would have to advertise towards gay men, obviously, because like women aren't as deviant and perverted as men, so the money won't be there. But I'm a heterosexual man, but I have no problem charging people like $3.99 a minute to tell some guy how bad I want to suck his dick. Like I have no.
Hey, I let some gay dude buy me drinks all night once, so hey.
Did you give him a hand job in the parking lot?
No. Well, because he's like, hey, man, let me buy you a drink. I'm like, cool, right? Didn't think much of it. And then he bought another, and I'm like, all right. And then he started, not making a pass, but definitely being flirty. And I was like, oh, okay. I just let him keep going until I was ready to leave. I was like, all right, man, hey, thanks for the drinks. And I just walked out. And he's like, hey, what? But I thought, nah, man.
I'm okay.
You could at least give him a
I'm
fake
straight.
number. God damn it.
Just put on a fucking latex glove.
I get too many calls in the middle of the night, being like, "Hey," or text actually, "Hey, this is so and so, thanks for the dance or whatever." And I'm like, "Sorry, bro."
I mean, a fake number.
How about the why?
8675309.
Yeah.
Just don't say your number over. No, okay.
Nah, it's some bitch Jenny's number. I don't know.
Why is sexuality less valid than non-sexuality as far as content?
Sexuality, you're focused on the sexuality. That's
yes,
not the issue.
Of course I'm focused on the sexuality.
Sexuality is the window dressing. It's not the content. Otherwise, you could just be on YouPorn and RedTube and Tube8 and all that other shit.
Yeah. Me and Bangs are more annoyed at the fact that there's no content being
right.
And
then they're being rewarded for not.
Okay, the interaction is the content. What about that?
But they're not interacting.
Are you
sure
desperate for social interaction that you need to type?
Hi, that's your interaction. I just paid $500 for a bitch to say hi. That's not interaction.
Maybe it is.
Other girls
Maybe
literally says she does a squat for every goddamn follow.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it is interaction. I did my research for the show.
You are the fucking target demographic. All right, maybe for me, it's not enough. Like, why would I keep donating to someone just to see cleavage? Like Bang said, I can go on live sex webcams for free.
Well, also, okay,
I guess we should ask Chris. Chris, why are you defending them? What is it that you feel that they provide that you find so valuable? And I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, I want to honestly know, what do you see? What value do you see in those shows?
Look. I am mainly arguing with you just to make sure.
No. Do not back out with devil's advocate, because this
Yeah,
whole
that's
episode
basically it.
stems out of this whole episode stems out of the fact that every time we're getting ready to go live or just going off live, you're like, oh my god. Look at
And
this
you're
man.
criticizing me when Vinny's probably got porn on every goddamn tab while he's sitting
I
around.
respect that.
You respect
I
that?
respect- yes.
What's the difference?
Because you're not playing. The difference is we're not lying about it. That's the difference.
I am not donating and I am
More
not interacting
honest.
with these people, and the only reason I actually watch them, I don't watch them outside of the post-show whatever.
I don't
believe
You don't
it.
believe that? You think
because
that I'm
you've
a
posted
fan of
links-
booby streamers?
You've posted link. I think that you casually browse on a regular basis because you have posted links.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at this thing I found.
Yeah.
Outside of Showtime.
In our private channel, outside of Showtimes, I've gotten random links from Chris.
No, I posted those fucking links right after the
no,
show.
Recent
no.
ones,
Yeah, the most recent ones.
yes, but
Yeah.
there have been others.
Yeah, there has
I
been
think you
others.
casually browse IRL.
This
And I
this
casually
goddamn
browse
stream
Talk
is not
Show.
about me and my fucking
Oh, it
dysfunctionality,
absolutely is.
okay?
That's why we're doing
God
this stream.
damn you guys. You fucking trapped me. This is entrapment.
No,
You're like,
we
oh,
did
we're going
not
to talk
trap
about
you.
baby
You
streamers.
set
No, we're going
this
to
up.
fucking talk about Chris and his
Well, that's the show.
dysfunction.
We always talk about
This
you
is
and
your intervention on.
We're having an
Fuck you
intervention.
guys. The
Look,
stream's
we-
over. I'm going to hit stop streaming right
Vinny-
now. It's-
Vinny and I spent the first half hour slagging off all the titty streamers. Now we're gonna slag off you. That's just how this
Yeah.
goes.
I mean, the good news is I only have like 5 more minutes of this, and then it's just Bangs yelling at you. So
It's just me chastising you for not having any
Yeah.
taste, not having the decency to watch actual porn.
yeah, like watch actual
Look,
porn.
Okay. I know this is going to, I don't know. Okay.
Go ahead.
I know what it's like to go on somebody's channel and say, senpai, notice me. Okay, I've done that. That's fine. Like someone, someone who's a 30, 40, 100 plus streamer, and I like what they do, and I just type in the chat, hey Blinky, how are you? And they're like, and they say, oh, hey Chris, and it feels good to get noticed
Sure.
by the streamer who
Sure, yeah.
you look up to them because they play video games really well, or they
So
fucking
is that streamer just sitting there staring into their camera, waiting for the next person to come in and say hey? So they go, hey, cocksucker 123.
yeah.
Hey, please fuck me 17. Hey, Mr. Christopher, how are you?
See, you're interacting with someone like that you
No,
would
no.
never be able to interact with in real life.
False. You could stand outside the door of a Walmart. These people are Walmart greeters. That's what they are.
What?
They're standing
I don't.
I
I
wish my
understand
Walmart
that.
had greeters that look
I've
like
been
this.
to Walmart. It's usually some fucking old man with a cane
All
or
right,
a
fair
retarded
enough.
person.
Fair enough, but okay. Then you know what they are? They're the chick outside of the Deja Vu handing out the free passes. That's what
Yeah,
they are.
they're the ones at the club outside to lure people in.
Yep.
They're the cocktail servers at casinos.
Right.
That's who they
Except
are.
that the cocktail servers occasionally bring you a fucking drink.
Yeah, they're providing a service.
Yeah. So actually, no, I'm okay with the cocktail servers. No, it's the chick standing outside with the flyer saying, "Hey, come into the titty bar." That's what they are.
But they
But
are
they're-
the titty
but they're-
bar.
No, they're not. That's the point.
Yeah.
Oh, because the titty bar is the actual.
The strippers
Content.
are providing the content in this metaphor.
I respect a woman who wants to get naked on a webcam on Chatterbait and fucking shove shit in her pussy for tokens. That is
For
fine.
tokens.
Well, that's their currency. They're
For
tokens.
bits.
No, well,
to put it in
it's
Twitch,
their
it's for bits.
equivalent to bits. Not a girl who's just going to sit there, be hot, and not do a goddamn thing. Like Bang said, we're fine with the hot ones that are creating content, drawing something, cosplaying, fucking make Anna balloons. I don't give a fuck. But you're just going to sit there. I think we're on the same page, Chris, me and Bangs and you, where we're talking about the ones that there are little ones that just sit there in their chair with their fucking tank top with their titties out and don't say anything but fucking
Chris is like,
Yeah,
those
I
are the
know.
good ones.
they grief
Titties
them.
out, no
Those are the good
talking.
ones,
It's hot, and I know part of it makes me sound like a jealous guy, which part of it is. I'm not fucking saying I'm not, because I'll never get a girl like that in real life. But it's disgusting. Part of me is more disgusting with the chat, the ones that are
Yeah,
just
it's the viewership.
the donating tons of money and the things they say. It's like at the baseline, they think these girls want to actually hear this shit. They're probably just as disgusted with these fucking people as they are, but they know that's their source of income. girls don't want to hear how bad you want to fuck them and shit, like some stranger and shit. They don't give a shit about that.
Chris, do you have to make that face?
Because Kris does this stuff. Like Kris
No, he
has
does.
done this stuff in the past.
He's got a throwaway Twitch account that we need to locate.
Yeah,
with all the
Twitch
follows. Yeah.
Kris
He's
is
in
the
all of
deviant.
those streams.
I'm the deviant.
It all
That's why
comes
the
out.
stream is so choppy. He's got 50 tabs
Yeah.
up right now for all the
It all
videos.
comes out now. Like everyone thinks I'm the fucking sexual predator. It's been Kris this entire time. It's the one that stays quiet about it that you got to worry about.
Oh, the quiet ones. You have to worry about the quiet ones
How do you
because
think
it's
this makes
such
your
a
wife feel,
horrible thing.
Kris?
I've never done this, but
Kris, how do you think this makes your wife feel? Looking at these women.
I don't. God damn you! God damn you! Turn this around on me.
We didn't turn anything around.
Yes.
This topic stemmed out of you
Why
going
I'm-
on about
yeah.
boobs. Like you've
Why
never
I am-
seen a nipple before.
Why I am losing my shit because I can't get the audio in the stream right, and Bang's trying to help me out. You were just, oh god, look at those
That's
tits.
true.
Hey,
That is a
Kris,
fact.
you want to turn to the left a little bit so I can capture you correctly? I gotta fix something. Oh god, look at those tits. Hey, Kris, you want to speak up so I can check the audio? Oh, look at those tits. It's always Kris. It's never Bangs. Bangs is always perfectly square, ready to go. It's always me yelling at Kris.
I'm a fucking
You
professional
are
boob
so
something.
over exaggerating.
I'm trying to adjust settings, and Kris is just not. He's fucking eating tacos, watching fucking titty pictures.
Eating
He
tacos.
was. He's
I'm like, Kris,
fucking Del
get-
Taco.
Yeah, it's true. I
Get
was
in-
eating
get
Del
in-
Taco.
Get in position. I need to move you around a little bit. Oh, tacos,
fuck.
tits.
Tacos and
That's-
tits.
This is every goddamn
That's
week
a
before the show.
Okay, I need somebody who's a rapper. I need somebody to make a song for me about Kris. It's just tacos and titties.
Tacos,
and
titties.
Yeah.
Tacos and
I do
titties.
some lyrics and make
I
it
had
happen for me.
That's why I had enough. I had
It'll
enough
be our
this week.
official theme song.
Okay, a little behind the scenes thing. The show is on my channel today, but Kris is handling everything. He has OBS. He has my stream key. He's doing it all.
Yep.
I'm the one. I had enough. I couldn't take Kris anymore with the tits and the tacos.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! This is not because of fucking booby streamers. The this whole setup with me doing the broadcasting under your stream key is not because of booby streamers. It's not because I wouldn't line up in front of a fucking camera. God damn you!
No, I would just fucking do it. But guys, I gotta take off. I have to go to work. We got a late start because Kris was sleeping. And guys, please
That
continue the
actually
show.
happened.
Please continue the show. Let's add some more since we didn't do last week, so we put it on things. I wanted to thank, before I get out of here, I want to thank everyone for coming out. I hope you enjoy the show in audio format or the VOD and all that stuff. Guys, have fun. I will talk to you guys later, all right?
All right, Kris, are we gonna keep going?
Oh, son
Please,
of a bitch.
keep,
Okay,
keep going a little bit. Go a little bit. We only,
Vinny, can I ask
doing?
you to
What are
do
we doing out
something?
here?
you want me to keep my stream on?
I want you to
This is a
keep
thing.
your Skype up. Do not end the Skype call.
Okay. I'll see. I don't know if my computer's going to.
Well, hold on. When we end the Skype call, it's going to end it for you, so it'll
Yeah.
actually stop. But just leave
Okay.
it up, and I'm gonna just leave it up. Okay, just walk away.
Okay.
So now
Fair.
Kris, during the middle of the stream, is gonna fuck around with all of his settings, and I'll just be here by myself talking
Yeah.
to the people because I do this show for the people, unlike Kris, who does it for the titties, and I don't know why Vinny does it anymore.
I don't get any titties because of this show. Nobody sends me titties because of this show. But if you want to, I'm at twitter.com/.
I'll send you a nipple here. Let me move out of the way. There's some boobs for you.
Oh, okay. I'll be fapping to that later.
All right, guys. I'm getting out of here.
Alright.
See you guys later.
Have a good
Take
one,
care,
Ward.
everyone.
Later.
Hey, are you streaming tonight? Oh, he's already gone. Oh well.
Oh well.
Vinny might be streaming tonight, playing PUBG. He's been streaming at midnight.
No, we're gonna.
Pacific time.
I have a stream key now. I'm gonna be streaming with my fucking.
Yo, it's gonna. You're gonna forget. You're gonna go live.
I'm
with
gonna go
Mario Kart
live.
tonight on Vinny's stream.
Vinny.
Vinny's looking slim, man. That dude's been losing some weight.
Yeah,
Good for
that's
him.
funny. Turban grips. You'll send me titties. Okay. They're
All right,
moves.
Now that
Well,
Vinny's gone, I'm gonna move this so I can see you in totality.
okay. Totality, Christopher in totality. I'm just, what if they're okay? So when you're born with nice tits and you just go to the store,
Well,
and,
first of all, hold on a second. Nobody's born with nice tits. Let's just.
well, if
clarify
the
that.
the genes for your evolving tits
Okay.
20 years later or whatever,
Okay.
and so that you guys are saying that that's not talent. Being attractive is
No,
not
it's not.
talent.
It is not talent. By
Okay.
definition, is not talent.
Okay. See, that I think is the heart of the discussion.
Okay.
Because what your guy's saying, like, because we're all getting up on Twitch and we all got this fucking webcam on us, and
Yes.
we're all like doing something, which is,
Yes.
you know, hopefully interacting with the audience. Now, so you're saying that being pretty and talking with people is not talent in and of itself.
In and of itself, no, because those are two things that are random. Everybody can talk, and whether or not you're attractive is mostly random. I mean, obviously it's not random. There's genetic predisposition, but I'm saying the fact that you were born good looking was random.
It's not something I can control about being as good looking
Correct.
as I am.
Correct.
Thank you for agreeing with that.
Because it's not relevant. I want you to continue your point.
No. I'm trying to take what you guys are saying and make it in a normal, less sexist.
Okay, but
way.
Make it about a dude. What's talented about having a square jaw and a full head of hair? What's talent about that?
It's all in the delivery of the interaction and how you deal with people.
So now you're talking about the content, Chris. See, I knew you
Sure.
were going to do this to yourself. Just saying hi to random people who are like putting you over because you're hot is not talent. That's not content. If you happen to be good, look, let's use actors as an example.
Sure.
Actors who are good actors, obviously, if they're good looking, they're going to go further in their career.
Sure.
Actors who are good looking but not good actors might have a couple of big movies, but they're not going to have long careers. Right?
Sure, unless you're Megan Fox.
How many movies has she been in?
Transformers.
10? Transformers. She's only been in 2 big movies, and it was a Transformers and a sequel, right? I mean,
Sure.
The rest of her movies have not been big. And she's not even untalented. She just kind of has a weird way of acting. I haven't quite figured it out. But
Okay.
I also don't think she's that hot. So there's that. But my point is that the fact that you're attractive is not the delineation. The issue at hand is, are you talented? Are you good at your craft? So if you're just sitting there being hot and saying hi to people who are putting you over, that's not talent. If you're having a conversation, you're putting out, I mean, I don't care. You could be talking about current events. You could be talking about, you know, books and movies, and I don't give a shit what you're talking about. But if you're creating conversation based on something around some theme, the fact that you're attractive or not attractive is not relevant to this conversation. We're talking about people who just sit there. Sometimes they don't even talk. Chris, pull up one of these booby shooters.
Really?
Sometimes they're just yeah, it's Chris's favorite. Chris likes it when bitches don't talk. They're just sitting there with their, I'm gonna try to recreate it, but I'm a dude and this chair sucks. They're sitting there with their knees up, you know, with their tits spilling out,
Yeah.
staring out the fucking window while their fucking alert goes off every 2 seconds, you know, with bits and donations, and it's, you know, and the text to speech. You know, the one that Vinny was talking about earlier. In her description, it said text to speech minimum $3, and you know all that shit is, you know, oh baby, I want to stick it in your asshole, you know what I mean, or please sit on my face. Those are the only notifications that are coming up, because that's the crux of her stream. That's not talent. That's not content. You are not putting anything of value into the world. And you know what else? When you have a platform like that, when you have that many people watching you, regardless of how you got there, when you have that many people who are listening to you or paying attention to you, don't you have some responsibility to use that platform for some purpose?
Now that's a different subject, but responsibility because people are paying attention to you. Do you think that's a thing?
I think so. I think that if you have a platform and if your voice, for whatever reason, however you got there, if your voice carries attention, you have some responsibility to use it. You don't have to use it for significant, you know, you don't have to use it to end world hunger. I'm not saying that,
Okay.
but maybe use it for, because listen, entertainment is value. It's a valuable proposition. We are
In
a
and of
species.
itself, sure.
To steal a phrase from Max Landis, who I know is kind of a dick, but our entire species is about telling stories. That's what
Yes.
humans do. We tell stories,
Yes.
right? That's how we share information. This talk show is just us telling stories in one form or another. So if you have that platform and you're not telling stories, whatever that means to you,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And again, fine. Like, again, I'm not slagging off them, but their audience. Why are you watching? What are you getting out of it sitting there looking at cleavage?
I mean, it's a story of me and my penis in my left hand, and then my mouse in my right hand.
When you said mouse, I wasn't thinking computer mouse. I sort of got, I pictured an actual mouse. I'm like, where the fuck
A
is this
mouse
going?
in a
You
penis.
shoved a mouse up your ass. You know, I've seen some of these streams where they're having these incredibly vulgar conversations about, you know, having sex or having STDs or gangbangs, and they're probably bullshit stories. And it's, you know, I'm 30, and it's always been things where, again, we were sitting around and we were sort of just, you know, sharing notes, so to speak, and you know, randomly clicking on some of the talk show channels and the IRL channels, and I'm like, that is horrid. Why would anybody watch that? But at the same time, at least you're doing something. At least you're actually saying something, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Let me put it.
I don't even care. I don't even care what the content is. I just want you to create content.
I think I can make something that you'll agree with. I think I can make a comparison of, you know, you could. I don't have like an example for what would be. I'm talking about television shows. Okay, making a comparison. There's the ones out there. You know, there's the PBSs. Or there's the, you know, the cooking shows, or there's things that have actual valid content to them. And then there's, like, let's say you're thinking these booby streamers are just like the Kim Kardashian show, where it's all about, because my wife watches it, so I pass by the television, and I do not watch it myself. Of course, you guys won't believe me. But
I've never actually seen the Kardashian show, so I don't know exactly what the content of that show is, but I know it's a reality show, so I know that it's fictionalized to some levels. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt that, as stupid as it might be, they're still creating stories. They're still creating content of entertainment.
There is entertainment. I mean, a lot of the entertainment of that television show, in just my opinion, is the fact that they're walking around with super fucking cleavage all the time, tight ass clothes.
But that doesn't even fly, because the most of their viewers are women. Most of anything on E. I mean, I watch Total Divas, which is about women's wrestlers from the WWE.
Sure.
And the vast majority of their audience are women, because the show's not about wrestling. And it's just, as the show's gone on, it's become more and more phony. It started off pretty authentic, but it's gotten phonier as the show's gone on. So to the point now where it's less real than what happens on, you know, actual wrestling television. Okay. But it's cool, because I like seeing them, you know, period. I like that they're getting work. I like that they have this other gig going, and so I like to support them. So the fact that the Kardashians are walking around half naked doesn't even jive, because it's not even men watching it. And why would you? Because, again, back to mine and Vinny's original point, why would you watch, how long's the show, a half hour? Why would you watch a half-hour show where you might have to look at their fat brother, I don't even know his name, right? The Kris Jenner and whatever Caitlyn Jenner, is that her name? His name? Their name? Oh, yes. Yes, okay. When you have to, like, intersperse that plus commercials, plus Kanye West and other shit, when in half a second, I can have more pictures of Kim Kardashian's ass than I would know what to do with. True. But people watch it. I mean, okay, women, you're trying to say women watch it, guys don't. Yeah. I mean, that's just, I'm not just saying that. That's statistical fact. They have, you know, viewing data that backs that up. Well, but isn't there like some sort of formula with all entertainment TV shows where you got to put an attractive woman in there? I don't know. Probably. I mean, I guess. I mean, it helps, but because you're going to pull some percentage of. Well, I think more to the point, what you're going to get is, like, in your situation where your wife likes the show and you're there watching it with her because that's what she's watching. Yeah. So you're going to, you put that in there, and at the very least, the guy is not going to say fuck this and get up and leave the room. Right. You're going to, like, what I do is I'll be walking by and then I'll see, oh my God, there's something I want to look at, some girl parts on the television, and I'll stand there for about, 20 seconds and go, oh, and then I'll walk away. Sure. Because maybe during that 20 seconds they go to commercial, and you see an ad for, Tide Pods, and bam, that's all they needed. Or she's holding a fucking Coke can, Or in the thing. In-show advertising is a whole nother ballgame. Yeah, she's holding Coke, and you go, hey, I could go for a Coke.
Yeah.
My fucking job, I've talked about this last week, since I've been working for Nabisco, and I mean that's the same thing. Like it's ridiculous the amount of bullshit junk food that we put out on store shelves.
Oh God, yeah.
And so now because like I never noticed it before because I don't buy that stuff, but now I know intimately what all of the packages look like from all angles.
Yeah.
So now I'm watching a show and I'm like, oh, that's a fucking, that's a fucking V chips, crisp sitting there, oh, okay, there's a product placement. Oh, hey, I see some fucking Triscuits in the back, so that don't get it twisted. Yeah, that's all part of the game. So for, like you said, the 20 seconds they got you to stop to look at Kim's ass, you also saw the Coke can or whatever it might be.
Whatever was, yeah. Well, then would we make the comparison that booby streamers are the junk food of Twitch?
No, because even junk food still has nutrition. I mean, there's still calories.
Oh, come on.
Still...
I mean, they can't just sit there, like a...
Booby streamers are they're like the McCormick's of alcohol. It's the bottom shelf, rot gut. They have no value whatsoever except to get you drunk.
Okay. Wow.
So they satisfy.
Wow.
So the booby streamer gives you the you get the value, you get the ping in your brain that says I want to fuck her without any of the payoff. So same thing with rot gut booze. You get the drunk whatever, but you don't get the actual satisfaction of enjoying a quality beverage.
Okay. So what?
Lawyered. End of stream right now. I win.
No, see, that's what as the main show host, that's what I want to get down to is the distilled story of can we ban this Vinny guy in the chat? He's way too
I actually don't think you can because you're on his stream.
Oh my God, my background was a bad choice. Now it looks like that's supposed to be me since I'm not there. Oh, Vinny's not there. That is a big.
As far as Twitch is concerned, you are Vinny.
I am Vinny.
Feel? How do you feel about that?
I feel a little bit skinnier than I don't know. I'm probably fatter than Vinny. Who knows? Anyway, so boobies.
Kris has no argument. He goes right back to.
No, I think I totally understand.
Why do you think you've been drilling Vinny and I about why we think they're not creating content? You obviously think that they are creating content to some level. So
okay, I'll tell you why. Because I think that in the IRL channel on Twitch is inherently about watching people sit around and do nothing except for interact with you.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree so vehemently.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I think it can be.
It's not called the lounge channel. It's called the in real life channel.
That's what they do in real life. They're just sitting here interacting with you.
But if a percentage of their streams were them sitting around talking, and then a percentage of their streams were like, I'm going grocery shopping, or I'm going to work, or I'm at the gym, you might have an argument to be made there.
Okay.
But nobody sits around their house. Well, not nobody, but most people don't sit around their house all day doing nothing for no reason. That's not the IRL channel. Just sitting there is not
the default mode of people in today's society is to sit in front of your fucking computer and for hours and hours on end just staring at a monitor.
But doing something. So like again, if they were sharing
pointing, clicking.
Okay, but like hey, if they were sharing, articles that they read, or obviously you can't do this on Twitch. Some people use that Rabbit app. If they were watching Netflix and commenting on it, that's a different ball game. That's a different thing. If you're doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing where you're watching a movie and you're commenting on it and cracking wise or just whatever, that's a different thing. That is content at some level. But nobody sits at their computer with their monitor turned off and just stares at it, which from a viewer perspective is what those streamers are doing.
Okay.
I can't see their monitor. They don't have their monitor capture up so I can see what they're doing. Maybe there's some that do, and maybe that's, the archetype of what the whole process should be. And maybe I would feel differently about somebody that did that, but that's not what they're doing. It's just, it's a frame of pink and purple sparkles, and it's the camera that's out of frame, so that the frame is up here because you got to get your tits in there. So
Yeah,
you can't
right.
get your whole freaking head in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, I'm just thinking, like, there's this. It was in a different country. I'm not sure which country, but they made a house that was an actual glass house, like you could
Okay.
see all the way through everything. And
Somebody threw stones. Please tell me somebody threw stones.
I don't know. I'm sure it's some sort of plexiglass or something. So the first person who lived in this house was this chick, and she was hot, right?
Sure.
And then you'd be able to see her take a shit. You'd see her brush her hair, take a shower, whatever. Everything a person does in their house, you could see right through the walls and see this woman. And people would gather around the fence. And, you know, it's kind of a public display type thing, you know,
Sure.
intentionally.
Like an art installation, sure.
Sure. And, you know, it was popular. And all of a sudden later, she moved out, and an older gentleman moved in.
Wasn't so popular anymore.
And the crowds around the fences kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
would you see that as having, like, when the girl lived there? Do you see that as something of value?
Sure. I mean, I see that I see that on a different level, because to me that feels like a social experiment where they start off with a hot chick in a clear house and they put some old dude in there. I think the point was that that was the whole point of that installation, at least for me, that the viewership dropped when it was not a hot chick doing her life. But in the early days of the internet, they used to have those, you know, wholly wired houses full of webcams, remember? And it would be, you know, 5 20-year-old girls just living their lives, and you know, you're gonna see him naked, and you're gonna see him take showers, and then, you know, it was kind of like Girls Gone Wild shit. It was like softcore bullshit, but
Oh, okay.
you know, that was a thing. But that's still to your point, where you're still watching. It's still voyeuristic. It's still kind of the same concept.
Twitch is voyeuristic.
Well, Twitch, I understand that, but that's not the point I'm making.
Okay.
Is that that is IRL. When you're watching somebody's entire life, it's like the Truman Show, right?
Yeah.
So you're watching someone's entire life. It's the same voyeuristic concept, but you're still seeing their life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to just a talking, well, it's not even a talking head, because they can't get their fucking head in the frame. It's a talking, you know, neck and cleavage.
Okay, so what if this neck and cleavage girl was someone that you know, or even a family member, and they came over to your house, right? And you sat on the couch opposite of each other and just started talking. Is there any value in that?
Of course.
Okay, so why isn't there value in that when it's...
Well, first of all, your scenario is flawed, because in your scenario, I know this person personally. I've watched plenty of crappy streams because I knew them, because they were friends of mine.
Thank you for that.
That's not even a dig. I'm not even digging at you. I told you before that you're a good streamer. I've told you that offline, but on the show, you're the biggest piece of trash ever.
Okay.
But that's a whole different scenario, because everything is different when you know somebody personally. First of all, what you're willing to accept goes up. Your threshold is way higher. No, reverse that. Your threshold is way lower when you know somebody personally. Everybody has friends that have said dumb shit or done shit or annoyed the fuck out of, or whatever the case may be, but they're your friends, so that doesn't bother you. If a stranger did those things, you'd be like, what the fuck? Get out of here. Who the fuck are you? Right?
Well,
familiarity changes the dynamic.
Yeah, but when you go on to these booby streamers' streams and you talk to them and they respond to you, the viewer thinks...
You're saying hello, and they're saying hi, and then they immediately move on to the next schlub, because they're working on volume.
Well, and that's why you pay the $1, and then they say your name again, and then you pay the $50, and they do something on Snapchat for you or whatever.
See, I mean,
here's what I'm saying.
Their viewer base.
Here's what I'm saying. You are going to get that familiarity if you try hard enough.
No, you're not. There's a wall between you and the person.
Image of there's the idea. The viewer has this idea that they're going to get that familiarity with the person.
Okay, fact. Yes, that's true, but that goes back to my previous point. My issue is not with the streamer. My issue is with their viewer base.
Aha. Okay.
No, that's not an aha. I said that at the start of the show. You
I
just were
was
too busy looking at thumbnails of tits.
Okay, so well, they're right fucking behind you. What am I gonna do?
That's true. I've done this to myself.
So you don't have a problem with booby streamers. You have the problem with the people
Yes,
that fuel their
absolutely.
fire.
I don't begrudge them for trying. Like Vinny said, if we had the physicality to do it, fuck yeah, I'd do it. There's no shame in the game. I don't begrudge the game. I don't begrudge the player or the game. I begrudge the customer.
Well, what
Going
about
back to Nabisco, I don't blame Nabisco for making a bunch of fucking food that makes us fat. I blame all these fat asses who keep buying it and encouraging them to make more of it.
That's capitalism, supposedly, where
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But it's not. But it's capitalism that's not working because not nobody, but the majority are not making those decisions for themselves. They're accepting what they're told.
yeah, and that's
I mean, sex sells. That's been for 100 years, right? Or longer, but you know what I'm saying. That's just the way it's been. But they're not even selling a product anymore. At least if I saw an ad for a Calvin Klein model, some chick in underwear, and I went and bought underwear from Calvin Klein. Yeah, I may have paid 10 times too much for what amounts to some fucking cotton on my dick, but at least I got some underwear out of the deal, right?
Sure.
Conversely, what we're talking about, you're giving money for some chick to say your name.
It's a shot. It's a shot of I want to say serotonin,
Ego.
but I don't think that's it.
No, well, it is
Dopamine.
serotonin.
It's dopamine.
Dopamine as well, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting that shot of dopamine. I mean, that's what computers are all about, man.
But like, go to a bar and actually talk to somebody if that's the case. I mean,
Yeah, but the booby streamer is the hottest chick a person is
no, they're not
ever
even that hot though.
that is ever going to talk to them in a positive way.
False. Trust me, I know from experience. False, man.
Well, I think it's the same reason why people go to strip clubs and don't get the hand jobs in the back room. I mean, they just go to the strip club, pay for the lap dance, and they get out of there. I think
strip clubs are dumb too, but at least in the concept of a lap dance, yeah, you're not getting the hand job, but there's still something. There's something tangible, I think, is what we're talking about here.
You leave the strip club with nothing.
Physical contact. No, you had physical contact of some kind. I mean, they have clubs now where you pay to like cuddle. You know what I mean? They have hugging groups.
Where?
I know they're big in Portland because I saw a documentary about it, but I don't know. They're all over. But yeah, there's like people who are professional cuddlers. They're like
professional cuddlers.
It's a type of therapy. You pay them, they show up, and they just hug. I mean, there's biological responses to hugging. It's something like if you hug somebody for 15 seconds, it releases the serotonin and the dopamine and all that stuff, and it gives you feelings of euphoria and it feels good. So, but again, you're talking about spending $50 for someone to say hi to you instead of spending $50 to get at least the physical contact.
See, this day and age, people, they won't even go outside and talk to their neighbors. They would rather Skype them.
That's on them. Again, going back to my previous point, my problem is with the audience.
So you're saying the
Look,
I know
there's exceptions to every rule. If you have some sort of disability or if you fall under any of those categories, I that's fine. I get it.
Right.
Okay, that's an exception to the rule. But there aren't 10,000 people that fit that exception, which is what you see on any given moment watching these people.
I think that the booby streamers they are they are a sign of the times, the current times of never in history would you look at a talking picture of somebody and get off on it more than going and actually hanging out with someone in person.
Right.
I mean,
and it still shouldn't be that way.
Paying for being an adult, pay for a BJ. Oh,
there you go. Evil Hulk knows what's up. Pay for the good.
Maybe people like hand jobs more than BJs.
I mean, Twitch is the manifestation. Did you ever read Fahrenheit 451? By
No.
Ray Bradbury.
No.
That's a whole crux of the book, where you have entire rooms that are basically television screens. They're like projection screens or giant room wall size plasmas, and on each TV is a character, and you're basically acting out a soap opera you play one of the characters, and to a certain extent, that's what that's where we're at now. That's what Twitch is. It's television content that you can interact with.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But some of these aren't television content, and to your point, I don't think you are interacting with them. Some rando saying hi to you is not interaction. That's common courtesy. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not a thing
nowadays. Common courtesy
barely
exists.
I'm huge. Listen, my entire life, like I should be the biggest, lamest dork on this show, and I'm finding myself to be like the Chad of our group, and it's like destroying my idea of who I am as a person.
Wait, what do you mean?
You don't know what a Chad is?
No.
So there's this subculture. It's I don't know if it lives outside of Reddit, but there's basically you know what a neckbeard is, right?
Sure.
Okay, so
yeah. kind of a
guys
hipster.
Live in their basement, fat, fedora.
Oh, okay, that
hate women,
okay.
blah blah blah. So they're the neckbeards. The Chads in their world are the tall, good-looking, successful dudes that just bang every chick that they love. Every chick wants to bang them. That's the Chad.
Sure.
So in
Chad.
this conversation where you're defending,
I'm the neckbeard.
these chicks. I don't know, but I'm apparently the Chad who's like, it's not real. You're these people are losers. Like go get actual interaction with people, make actual friends, and not that you can't make real friends online, because I certainly have done it, but
right,
not because they said hi to me. It was over the course of numerous conversations and numerous interactions, and
it's
I
the
mean,
concept
when we started
of
doing this show, we all had only known each other for couple of months barely, and we only barely knew each other at that, but we're like, hey, every time we talk we seem to have good conversations, we should do a thing together on Twitch. And then from that stemmed this entire thing, and now that goes beyond that, because we communicate outside of the show, we communicate outside of Twitch, all of those things. So
sure.
I'm not saying that it's it can't start there, but if you're it's no different than a game streamer. If you go into a top, if you go into go into Ice Poseidon's stream, for instance, okay, I think he still plays games. Maybe he just does shitty pranks. I don't really know because I never watched him. But if you go into his stream and you say hi, he might say hi back, but he's also saying hi to thousands of other people. And now you have to pay him to get him to say hi again. That's not a friendship.
But from the user's point of view, where they're not thinking, I'm not saying that it is a friendship, but people can view it that way.
Okay.
People can over exaggerate.
Those people need help. And I'm being honest. They need clinical. They need psychiatric help.
But I think with the with the Reddits and with the all of that, I think culture is going that way.
But it's no different than being obsessed over a celebrity. It's the same thing. I don't know if it's better or worse, because you can actually communicate with them in some way. I guess now you can communicate with any celebrity because they've all got Twitter. But
sure,
it's no different than being obsessed over a celebrity in the same way. I don't even know where to go with this anymore. Like, I can't believe how staunchly you're defending people who aren't doing anything.
I'm just
and the people who pay them for it.
I'm not defending. I never once said that it's
cam model way more than I would respect somebody who just sits there and says, "Send me your money," because that's what they're doing. They're like, "Hey, I'm hot. Give me money." They're not even communicating or giving attention. Some of them are literally they have all their pop-ups all over their screen that says, make it the same one in the description. Make a donation and I will do this. Give me this much money and I will do this.
And what you're
they're
saying,
a step away from prostituting, and at least the prostitute is honest.
So, just to break it down, what you're saying is there's those people who say I'm hot, give me money, and then there's those people who are like, I'm hot, but I'm doing something productive.
No, I think that second group of people were saying I'm doing something productive, and then the unwritten subtext is also I'm hot.
Is it unwritten?
Sometimes, not always.
I mean, chicks know when they're hot.
With Kay Pike, it's probably not unwritten because she's up there, half naked to start the show, right? So she knows she's hot, right? Okay, but yeah, so she's like, I'm hot, but I'm also doing something. I'm also
right. So it's I'm hot, give me money, or I'm being productive, but I'm hot.
Right.
Okay, so that's really the core of what we're talking about here.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay.
It's the core of what I'm talking about. You're defending anyone who's willing to show you their cleavage. Kris can't even see a nipple, but he's still satisfied.
All right. Well, I think we got it. We got to it. We got to it.
I got to it.
Yeah, you got to it, and I'm a
rip
creeper.
My stream. Ain't no one watching my streams anymore.
That's not true. You had a few people. Me and Stacy and Vinny.
That's right. Omi will always be there.
Cool. Well, I think that's gonna end the show this week. I think we had a great discussion, and hey, Vinny, what do you think? Oh wait, Vinny's not here, and it's his channel.
I think you need to shove a dildo up your ass, Kris. How about that?
Cool. All right, so are we gonna do this again at the same time, only at the time we agree upon next week, or we're
gonna do Wednesday, right? We're doing our normal Wednesday show.
Are we? Okay.
That's my understanding.
Okay. Well, stay tuned with that. You know, we got our Twitters and our all of that kind of stuff, our Twitches. So I'll just go first. You know, I'm Mr. Christopher everywhere. Twitch TV / Mr. Christopher, Twitter, Mr. Christopher. You can even hit me up on Gmail, Mr. Christopher, if you need to talk to me and send me money.
Will you show us your cleavage?
That's negotiable. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that later. How about you, Banks? How do we get in touch with you?
Well, I'm streaming again. God bless it. We finished Kirby Wii last week, and we're gonna be playing Star Fox Assault for the GameCube this week. Let's see, it's gonna be Wednesday at some point, but you can catch me on Twitch at Just Bangs, and on Twitter at Heel Bangs, and I'm on Twitter all the time, so hit me up there. Vinny, you can get on this channel, Vinny Bag of Donuts, and on Twitter, Bag of Donuts Vin. Very
cool. So for Vinny and Bangs and me, I'm just going to say see you later, and check us out, let's see, 7 p.m. Pacific on this channel for another talk show on Wednesday. Cool. See you later.